The fifth Christmas came and went without him, and 8-year-old Lily stopped asking when her dad was coming home. That was the part that broke everyone's heart later, the silence. Not the tears. Not the empty chair. The silence of a child who learned to tuck hope away like a fragile ornament, afraid it might shatter if she touched it again. What no one knew was that one small moment on a school stage, under cheap paper snowflakes and flickering lights, was about to crack that silence wide open and remind millions of people what kindness can do. Before we begin, take a moment to support stories like this. If you believe kindness still matters, please subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. This is Zero Kindness, a channel where small human moments remind us who we really are. Lily Parker lived with her mom, Emily, in a quiet Ohio town where winters felt longer when someone you loved was far away. Her dad, Chief Petty Officer Daniel Parker, was a Navy SEAL. For 5 years, Christmas meant video calls when the connection allowed, carefully timed packages, and a dad-shaped space beside the tree that never got filled. Emily tried her best. She baked cookies, kept traditions alive, and smiled even when the house felt too quiet. But Lily noticed everything. She noticed how her mom paused before hanging Daniel's stocking. She noticed how other kids talked about their dads coming to school events. And slowly, Lily learned to stop expecting. At school, Lily was known as the quiet kid with the neat handwriting and the big eyes. When the teacher announced the Christmas play, most kids buzzed with excitement. Parents would come. Phones would record. Applause would fill the gym. Lily was assigned a small speaking part, just one line. She nodded and smiled, but that night she asked her mom a question that cut deep. "Mom," she said softly, "is it okay if Daddy doesn't come again?" Emily knelt down and hugged her daughter tight, breathing in the scent of shampoo and childhood. "It's okay to hope," she whispered. But Lily didn't answer. She just nodded like a grown-up who already knew the truth. The day of the play arrived cold and bright. The gym was decorated with red and green streamers, folding chairs lined up in rows, and a painted cardboard fireplace sat crookedly at center stage. Parents filled the room, coats piled on laps, cameras ready. Emily sat alone in the third row, clutching her phone, not because Daniel was calling, he couldn't, but because holding it made her feel closer to him. She scanned the crowd out of habit, knowing she wouldn't see him. Backstage, Lily stood in her costume, fingers twisting the hem of her dress. She peeked through the curtain and saw rows of parents. Her chest tightened. For a moment, she wondered if it hurt less not to look. The play began. Songs were sung. Lines were missed and laughed through. The audience smiled, clapped, and wiped away tears. Then it was Lily's turn. She walked to the front, the lights warm on her face. She took a breath and said her line, clear and steady. The audience applauded. She should have gone back to her place, but she didn't. Instead, Lily looked out into the crowd again. Her eyes scanned the room one more time, slower this time. Then she said something no one expected. "My dad is a Navy SEAL," she said quietly. "He's missed 5 Christmases because he protects people he doesn't even know. If he's watching, I just want him to know I'm not mad anymore. I'm proud of him." The gym went completely still. Emily felt her breath leave her body. Tears streamed down her face as parents around her covered their mouths, stunned. A teacher took a step forward, unsure whether to stop the moment, but something held her back. From the back of the gym, a man stood up. He was tall, broad-shouldered, wearing civilian clothes and a simple jacket. For a heartbeat, no one recognized him, not even Emily. Then Lily's eyes widened. "Daddy," she whispered. Daniel Parker had been flown home on emergency leave. He had planned to surprise them after the play, to avoid disappointment if plans fell through. He had stood in the back, unseen, heart-pounding, listening to his daughter speak words that shattered and healed him. All at once, the room erupted. Gasps turned into sobs. Phones lifted, hands shook. Daniel walked forward slowly, as if afraid the moment might disappear. Lily ran to him, leaping into his arms, wrapping herself around his neck like she would never let go again. "I'm here," he whispered into her hair. "I'm here." Emily reached them, tears and laughter colliding, and the three of them held each other while the room stood, clapping through tears. Someone posted the video that night. By morning, it was everywhere. Millions watched Lily's quiet bravery. Millions watched a father drop to his knees and hold his child. But what truly broke the internet wasn't the reunion, it was what happened next. In the days that followed, letters poured in. Strangers sent cards to military families. Teachers reported kids being kinder, more patient. One anonymous donor paid off lunch debts at Lily's school. A group of veterans started a fund to support children of deployed parents. Daniel, still in uniform, spoke at a small community gathering before returning to duty. He didn't talk about missions or medals. He talked about kindness. "My daughter taught me something," he said, voice steady but eyes wet. "She chose pride over anger. Grace over resentment. And that choice changed more than just our family." Before he left again, Daniel visited Lily's classroom. He shook hands, answered questions, and thanked the kids for supporting his daughter. As he turned to leave, Lily's teacher stopped him. "She reminded us," the teacher said, "that kindness doesn't need permission. It just needs courage." That Christmas morning was simple. No big gifts. No fancy decorations. Just the three of them, pancakes on the stove, sunlight on the floor. Daniel would leave again soon, they all knew that, but something had changed. Hope was no longer fragile. Years later, Lily would watch that video again, older now, understanding more. She wouldn't remember the applause as much as she remembered the feeling that kindness could echo far beyond one moment, one stage, one family, and that's the truth this story leaves us with. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it speaks in a small, brave voice. Sometimes it stands in silence. And sometimes, when shared, it reminds the world that love is still stronger than distance, stronger than time, and stronger than fear. If this story moved you, let it move you forward. Be kind where you are. Someone is watching. Someone is waiting. And you never know how far one moment of kindness can travel.